Hey, welcome back, Rockstars. Thanks for being here. And I wanted to make a video to kind of give everyone a pep talk, a little push up in motivation, because as you guys know, this week has been kind of a little bit of overwhelmingness. So we received 1,800, 1,900 pieces of inventory that I bought out from an eBay store, the majority of which were hats, hats, sports, and Chicago Bulls, and Abercrombie, and all kinds of different hats. And we have to individually list those. I had to make room in the garage because I sent them to my house so we could work on them faster rather than my storage unit. Then I had to get another storage unit to receive the 14,000 pieces of clothing that are on the way here in about a week and a half, which I bought out another eBay store. If you didn't see that video, I'll link it below, or you can just scroll back in my channel. So I have to get shelving units to line the inside of that storage unit all the way around, and probably one row down the middle, so that we can put all the boxes, the bins, the storage bins, all up and down that storage unit to put those 14,000 pieces in place. I also had to coordinate getting them copied from the other eBay store into List Perfectly onto eBay, my eBay store rather, from theirs to List Perfectly to mine. All this had to be done this week. We had to get done shipping. I had bulk orders to ship out, makeup and remote controls that you guys bought from the links below. Those go out all week. Normal shipping, like individual items, 20, 30, 40 items here or there. And these YouTube videos, you probably noticed I didn't put up a video in a couple days. So all this stuff going on, just an overwhelming amount of work. And sometimes I know some of you folks look at your death piles, or your money piles, we call them, or the amount of listings, or what you had to do. Maybe you have a full-time job and then you got to work on what you can get done the rest of the day, or the kids are going back to school. Just a huge amount of things that we all have, whether your list looks like mine or it looks totally different because you do have kids, or you have a family, or you have stuff going on. It's just a lot, and sometimes we get so overwhelmed that we just don't get any of it done because we give up, right? So 3 tips. I want to give 3 quick solutions to this right now. So number 1 is making those daily to-do lists and daily goals. The one tip about that, it's easy to make a list or write down what you want to do, right? The hard part is actually getting it done without overdoing it. And so you don't want to put so many things on a list that you don't get it all done, because one, that means you're wearing yourself out too much, and you're giving yourself this expectation that if you don't hit, you're going to be discouraged and bad. Don't do that. Put stuff out that gives you a chance to get it all done, and then if you do get it all done and you have more time, then you can go and work on more things and add it to the list. Add a couple things, get those done, erase them, add it, do the whole rinse and repeat. But if you're routinely making huge lists of stuff and you're not getting it all done, you're just killing yourself, and you're not being as productive as you could be, because you're putting yourself out in a million different directions. So that's number 1. Number 2, and this is right along that same line, is every time you find yourself completing lists and you are hitting those marks, start slowly adding to them and building your list of things to do up so that you are more and more productive. Because as you hit and clear goals, you want to add to that. You want to get more and more done. And then if you get to the point again where you can't get it all done, then step it down a little bit, or consider hiring help, which is kind of back where I am again. Here we go, full circle. Am I going to go ahead and hire somebody or get some help to try to get a lot of this listing done? Because it's just no way 1 or even 2 people with all Kate's help can get this. I bought way too much stuff. And then number 3 is make sure that everything on your list is productive and productively actively making you money. So if it's not, you kind of have to hire help if you have that much stuff that's not making you money. So we all have to do accounting, right? We all have to do bookkeeping. We all have to do cleaning the house, wiping down the counters, and wiping all that. There's a million things, getting the grass cut outside. Who can you pay for what? What can you subcontract out? What can you get done for yourself? That way it frees up more time for you. That way you can do the things like making deals, or listing, or cross-posting, or copying and pasting, or whatever it is that gets done that makes you money directly. Everything has to get done. You have to do accounting, you have to do all this, and it's lame, but that stuff doesn't make us money, right? That stuff is just kind of the back-end administrative, tedious blah stuff, right? You gotta try to get people to pay to try to get people to do as much of that as possible. Like I did the front yard. I could have done all that labor in the front yard, cleaning it up and putting rocks down. I could have done that. It would have took me way longer than it took them. It would have saved me a nominal amount of money. killed myself, and how much work would I have not got done while I was out there doing that. Same with like things like cutting the grass or cleaning the whole house or whatever it is. We try to do as much as we can, but there's times where you just have to know, like, I got to step back and make, if it's going to take me 3 hours to do X job, and somebody will do it for $100, and in those 3 hours I can make $100 an hour. Now I'm making 300, I'm giving them 100, I profited 200, and I didn't have to do the work. So just something to kind of think about. So 1, set goals that don't overwhelm yourself. Step 2, as you hit and reach goals, start adding more stuff on until you can't reach them all. And then 3, when you hit that barrier where you can't reach all those goals and get everything done, start considering hiring help and getting people to do stuff for you that you can pay. Otherwise, you can never scale and grow bigger than what you are, because you are just one person. I am just one person. You and I are the same. You people over there, you and I are the same. We have the same 24 hours in a day, and we have to find a more productive, more efficient way to get things done sometimes. And I have to learn that lesson myself, because I am really, really stubborn about hiring people, getting help, spending money on stuff that I just don't want to spend money on. Oh God, it's like a bane of my existence. But I'm gonna get it done, and we're gonna move into that sector now that we have all this inventory. So I can't wait to bring those videos to you. Tell me about your goals. Tell me about how you reach them, how you hit them, things that you do, tips and tricks that might help your fellow resellers and other viewers. Put it down in the comment section. I'd love to hear about them. And as always, guys, enjoy the weekend. Get some stuff done, but also balance that work and play. Make sure you hit those goals. And until next time, everybody, hit the like button, hit that big old thumb, turn it blue, subscribe to the channel down there or wherever it is on your screen, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss another video. Speaking of, I'll have some more out for you in the next day or two. Thank you as always for being here, and I'll see everyone next time.